Hey, what's up everybody? My name is OP, Artist Relations Manager for Serato, and I'm here today at Sweetwater to show you what's inside my DJ bag. I have a bunch of things here that will help you be able to make your DJ gigs much more fun, efficient, and easy to get through. These things have saved me from my DJ gigs for places that might not have certain things, and hopefully the things that you see here will help you out as well. So let's dig in and I'll show you everything that I have here on the table. So let's first talk about my computer. I have a 2019 MacBook Pro here. This has 16 gigs of RAM on it, a terabyte hard drive on it, and it also has the 4 USB-C ports on it. So I can connect various things to it. I can connect directly to a Serato mixer or to a box, which we're gonna talk about in a minute. Or I can add on things like CDJs if I'm doing HID mode by having these ports available to me. It's always great to have a really strong computer when you're DJing, not only for the amount of space that you need to have for all of your music, if you have a very big library, but also for the fact that you might have external hard drives that you need to connect to it and other things that you want to make work with your DJ set. So good having those 4 ports here, and also a computer that's going to be able to handle playing for like 4, 5, 6 hours at a time, depending upon what kind of gigs that you're doing. This is the Denon DJ DS1 Box. So this is a DVS interface, meaning that you can connect turntables to this or CDJs to this to be able to DJ with. This box has saved my life so many times. I've gone to a club, they say, oh yeah, we have a mixer, we have turntables, just come through, you know, everything's all good. And then I show up to the place and there's a mixer that's really, really old that doesn't have any Serato direct connectivity to it via USB. So I can pull this out and plug it in right away. You see it's really small, fits in the palm of your hand, right? And it comes with RCA cables, right? So you can have RCA cables that it comes with, are the ones that you can bring yourself. I like these Hosa cables here, so I use these. They're really strong and really reliable. So the way that this works is that you have your input section over here and you have your output section over here. So the input is where you're gonna have either your turntables or your CDJs plug into here. On the other side is your output, and the output with RCA cables are gonna go to your mixer. So if you're on an older mixer, again, that doesn't have USB capability for Serato, then you plug the RCA cables to that mixer. And then also you have a USB connection here. This will go to your computer. Once you have all this stuff set up, if you're using control vinyl or control CDs, then that signal will go through the box as you're playing to be able to convert everything to work with Serato DJ Pro with your computer. So this thing is really great. The other thing I really like about this box is that this is what's called class compliant if you're using a Mac computer. That means that you don't need to have a driver in order to use this box. Now, previous boxes, you would have to have a driver installed in order to be able to use it. But with this, you can literally plug and play and you're good to go. So literally, you show up to the club, you plug it up, everything pops up and you're working right away and you're doing your job. Let's talk about the Serato control vinyl. Here, this is the control vinyl. Comes in a bunch of different colors, in clear, in black, in red, purple, green, pink, yellow, orange, so on and so forth. I use this all the time when I'm playing with turntables. This is like my lifeline. I come from playing regular vinyl records before I started playing with Serato. So having this with me all the time to be able to cut, scratch, backspin, so on and so forth during my DJ sets is super important. If you've never used control vinyl before, it's really simple. You have an A side and you also have a B side, and there's a tone on it. That tone sends a signal to Serato to tell you how to be able to play the music that's there. So on one side, you have 10 minutes worth of control tone, and on the other side, you have 15 minutes worth of control tone. Again, I keep this with me all the time. I like these glow-in-the-dark ones in particular because they actually do glow in the dark when you're playing. If you put them under a light source for a second, you start to see the glow-in-the-dark start to take effect, and then when you DJ, it's glow-in-the-dark as you're playing. So I like these ones a lot, but again, various different colors that are available to be able to purchase and to use depending upon what your style is, you know, that fits your personality and such. So if you don't use the control tone on the CDs, then you can put that control tone on the USB stick and use it that way as well. So on the CDJ, there's gonna be a USB slot that's there. You're gonna pop it inside. And then as long as you select the control tone on the CDJ, then it's gonna be the same thing as using it on the CDs, but using a USB stick to control everything that's working inside of Serato. So it's pretty easy to use. I keep this with me all the time just as a backup, and it works really, really well. In order for me to connect to Serato, I need to have a USB cable. USB cable will go from the computer to either the Serato box or it will go to a Serato enabled mixer. I have two different types of cables here. The first one is a USB A to B cable. So this side here being A, this side being B. This is a normal cable that you would use for, like, let's say connecting to a printer or something like that, right? That will work with Serato very easy. I also have a USB C to B cable. So this side being C and then this side being B. Now, this is important because the C cables work with the newer computers that have the USB-C ports on them. I would plug this to the computer, and then this one here will go to either the Serato box or to a Serato enabled mixer for the connectivity to happen. So depending upon what kind of computer I'm playing with, then I will have that. Now I have an older computer that I use for Serato. So sometimes I will use the older cables. But when I'm generally playing on this computer, then I have the newer cables to work with. I also keep with me at all times a USB-C to HDMI adapter with me. If I'm doing Serato video, where I want to DJ with video files through Serato video on my computer, then I need to have a HDMI port that goes out to a screen so people can see all the visuals happening. So literally just plugging in USB-C, HDMI going from here directly to the screen. And again, using Serato Video, the things that I do here when I'm DJing using Serato Video will show up on the screen as people are watching and dancing and such. So this is a great piece to keep with as well. Oftentimes I have to travel overseas for work or to DJ, or a combination of both. Whether I'm going to South Africa or I'm going to New Zealand to Serato HQ, I always keep with me a international converter. Keeping this in the bag will allow me to be able to plug up from my computer directly to this into whatever outlet and then be able to play. This thing is super handy to keep if you're traveling overseas. Make sure you get one of these. I also keep with me some connectors for my phone. So I have this here. This is going lightning bolt to 1/8" input, and then also lightning bolt out for charging. So if I need to plug my phone up to a mixer, then I can literally go 1/8" from the phone connecting in, and then that can go out to a sound system if I need to, very easy. Or if I just want to listen to music, plug my headphones into this and go. And I always keep my iPhone charger with me as well, so just the outlet plug and the lightning bolt cable here. Always handy pieces to keep. Again, I get a little too excessive with the things in my bag, but those things have saved me. That includes these pieces here. So I have a bunch of adapters that are here, all kind of different inputs and outputs and things that have just saved me for being in times where I get to a club and they say, oh, we have this input or output, and then you try to plug in and it's not the right thing, and you have to convert things over to make them all work and get sound out. These things have saved me so many times. So I have like couplers that are here so I can extend out RCA cables if I need to, or I can do different types of adapters, headphone adapter pieces in case the headphone adapter that I have gets lost in transit or such. All these pieces here have totally saved me. Now again, you don't have to have all these, but I know for numerous examples and times in my own DJ experience, these things have saved me. So they always stay inside my bag as I travel. I always keep a really good pair of headphones with me. So these are the Audio-Technica headphones. These are super strong, super sturdy. They have really good bass response, so I can turn them up really loud and they don't get distorted as I'm playing and listening to stuff in my ears. They're just super solid. So these always stay in my bag when I go to DJ. So make sure you get a good pair of headphones. It might be Audio-Technicas or a different brand, doesn't matter. As long as they're good and can handle really good sound and also durability as you're traveling, that they don't break on you, then get a good pair of headphones. This thing here, the Numark DJ2Go 2 controller, has saved me so many times. Now this is an intro or light controller, meaning that this comes with Serato DJ Lite as a program. It gives you 4 cue points. You can play things, make your pitch adjustments and such. This is a really cool controller. But if you want to upgrade to Serato DJ Pro as the program to use for this, you can do that by buying the license for it for $129. I use this with Serato DJ Pro, and the times that I've used this has been when I've gotten to a club, they say they have turntables or CDJs, and something's not working right, something's not connecting. And I'm at a point in my career where I can't afford to not have money in my pocket. So I want to have a backup every single time that something's not going to go right. So there have been times where I've been able to pull this out to be able to play and connect it into the mixer and go easy, no problem at all. So on this side here, we have a USB port. So here, this cable, I can take this and plug it in, and this would go to my computer. Now in this instance, I would have to go through my hub to make that connection happen. And then on the other side over here, where it says main, is where you would have an 1/8" to RCA cable, right, that would go out. Now this is a Hosa cable that I'm using. You can use any type of 1/8" to RCA cable connection to make that work. And that would go out there. I would go from here with my headphones to be able to cue the music to be able to DJ and play with. And with this, I literally have access again to cue points. The pad mode here allows you to go from cues to auto loops to manual loops and also to the sampler if you want to be able to trigger off samples, and you can do that from the pads here very easily. You can also browse and load your songs to either the decks. You can control the level, the master volume, and also the cueing in your headphones to hear what's happening between what's in your headphone and then what's happening out in the audience as well. And you also have these platters here that you can use to push and pull to make sure that your mixes stay in time as you're going through. And again, a nice little crossfader here to get busy with. So for a super cheap price, keeping this in the bag, again, is just really great to save any types of problems that might come along when I'm playing a gig. Also, if I'm traveling, going from state to state on a plane, train, so on and so forth, and I want to have a time to be able to practice a mix or even record a mix, I can do that with this here. Literally just plop it onto my lap, have my laptop out, plug it in, and I have full access to Serato to be able to DJ and get busy. So this thing right here, the Numark DJ2 Go 2, is a great piece to keep inside the bag. And the last thing, I keep these things with me all the time. Now inside this case are my hearing protection. So a company called Westone makes these hearing protection pieces. I got them custom made for my ears. I pop these in every time that I go to DJ, or if I'm out at a club hearing another DJ play, or if I'm at a concert. There are times where I'm playing for like 6 hours straight, or I'm at a concert for a very long time. I'm around a bunch of people screaming, yelling, having a great time, or the speaker's like right next to my ear. Keeping these in while I'm playing allows everything just to become even, so I can hear everything really clearly. And at the end of the night, when I take them out, I don't have any ringing. When I wake up in the morning, the next morning, no ringing whatsoever. There were times when my ears would ring all the time, and it was the worst thing in the world. Once I started using these, everything became so much better. I want to DJ for the rest of my life. Knock on wood, I'm here for a very long time. So when I'm 90 years old, I'm still playing music and I'm still having fun. I want my hearing to be immaculate at 90 years old. So using these is going to help me get to that point. So make sure you get some hearing protection while you're DJing as well. To finish this off, I have my DJ bag. Everything that you see here on the table fits inside of this bag. This bag is made by a company called Jetpack, but you can use any bag that suits you for your purposes. So again, computer, needles, box, control vinyl, control CDs, controller, different types of adapters and converters and so on and so forth, headphones, USB cables, everything fits inside of here very easily. And I can take this to the airport, get through customs, no problem with it. I can travel with this to different gigs, no problem. Everything fits compact and well inside. And again, to save me from any issues at a club, all the stuff being available to me can help me really quickly solve a problem by being able to pull something out, plug it in, connect it, and make it work. So again, you don't have to buy all this, but if you want to be super safe and secure, these are the pieces that you might want to keep with you as you travel to do your gigs. Sweetwater, this is my DJ bag. Again, all these different pieces fit inside of here, and I keep this with me anywhere that I go to go DJ, and it saves me from any situation that might happen inside of a club or situation where I need to DJ and make some money. So anything that's here, you want to get it, call your Sweetwater sales engineer, and they'll help you out to make sure that it happens for you. Again, my name is OP, Artist Relations Manager for Serato, and I'll see you next time. Peace.